Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at my new and improved custom Avengers Tower mock. Now it's actually not 100% complete. There's still some interior details in which we have to work on. After watching this video, I would like you to comment below with some ideas, and maybe we'll be able to bring your ideas to life as we move forward with this mock. As you can see, it is quite tall. It's actually just under 4 feet. It's 44 inches tall, which equates to 112 centimeters. Now, unfortunately, I do not know the exact piece count of this mock here. But what I can tell you is it includes the pieces from 2 Avengers Towers from 2015 and 1 Avengers Tower from 2020. Although the tower is really tall, it actually doesn't have a huge base. Now the reason I wanted to do that is because if I made it a lot wider, it wouldn't really fit into my Lego city and it would literally dwarf all of the other buildings. Whereas when you look at it now, it's actually similar height to the custom office tower found in the Lego city. You can see it sits on a standard 32 by 32 base plate, and there's 2 studs on either side, both in the front and back. So the base itself is actually wider than the upper tower. Also, it's taller as well. You can see that we've used a nice combination of trans blue elements here, along with light bluish gray, and of course, dark bluish gray. The base has a symmetrical design, so the back and the front are the same, and either side are the same as well. It actually features a large sliding door on the front here, and that's built by 2 of the 1x6x5 glass panels stacked on top of one another. And when we open up this front door, you're actually going to see 2 other official Lego sets within, and that is the Iron Man Hall of Armor and also the expansion pack for that as well. So there you can see Tony Stark sitting at his workstation there working on his newest suit, and all of the other suits just in behind. Now the reason I decided to put the Hall of Armor on the bottom is because it actually matches the height of the floor. When the chambers are stacked on top of one another, they actually match the height. So therefore the chambers in the inside for each suit of armor actually act as a support for the larger tower above. Technically speaking, this is modular style. I have topped these floors with tiles here, and I've actually held them in place with one 1x6 plate on the front, the back, and on either side. I added this large slope piece here just to add some detail to the exterior of the building, and that brings us to our second floor. The second floor has these suits right here. You can actually see Ultron in the middle. I'll have to change that up for a different suit because having Ultron there doesn't really make any sense. Now these will open up and you can actually deploy the armor just like so, and then the armor will come out and they can launch from there. In behind the suits of armor there, you can see a couple of tables along with a fire extinguisher. Sadly, this floor and the floor above are not modular. They do not come apart. The reason I did that is just for stability reasons, although you can still see in there as there are trans blue windows and they're quite easy to see through. So this one just has a little workstation for some different suits, and the remainder of the floors can actually be accessed because this large panel here can be removed, just like so. So this is one large panel, and you can actually just remove it, and that will reveal the interior for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors. And believe it or not, that large panel there is actually just held in by gravity. You just sort of pop it back into place, and it actually sits on top of these tiles here and is held in by these. Although putting it in and taking it out definitely requires 2 hands. You can see the consistent design on the back side of the tower here using the quarter glass cylinders and also the 4x6 window frames and window glass. There's also some of the 1x2x5 glass panels on this side here. One thing that I did run out of is the 1x2 trans blue bricks, and those would actually extend our windows so that they match the height of the cylinders. You can see that I've actually done that on some of the lower floors right here, but unfortunately because I ran out of those, I was unable to keep that design element consistent. I definitely plan on doing that, and it won't be hard to take the Avengers Tower apart and fix that. So it looks like I need 6 per floor, and a bunch up here, so I probably need 50 or 60 of those to complete the design elements here in the Avengers Tower. One huge improvement that I actually did to this Avengers Tower is I have these taller slope elements here, which are actually 3 bricks tall. I did use the shorter one in my previous design, and this is much better. It's nice and smooth, and you can see we get that consistent angle all the way down, and that allows our large glass front window to sit in there and sort of be seamless with the building. I use these modified 4x6 door frames here with the cross beam, and that's consistent all the way down as well. You can see as the floors get larger, we use more and more of those, or less and less if you go up. And I also added some of the 1x2x5 trans blue panels in here just to add a little bit more light and also reduce the amount of dark bluish gray, and that sort of alternates every other floor. So I think I've done a pretty good job of representing a pretty cool looking Avengers Tower, which will sit in the LEGO City and be one of the tallest buildings in the LEGO City. On the 4th floor, we have Nick Fury, who's hosting a meeting between Hawkeye and also Black Widow, and they have a gem embedded in a showcase on the table. On the 5th floor, we have a wraparound couch with the Hulk. He's just watching some TV, trying to cool down a little bit. Here we have Jarvis and also Ultron. On the next floor, we have a weapons rack, also a stone, and this little thing right here from the 2020 Avengers Tower. On the 8th floor, we have a little gaming / TV setup here, and you can actually see that Hawkeye is currently on hold apparently. Up from there, it looks like the Avengers have captured Thanos and they have his gauntlet under security. On the top, we have a large balcony here, which is topped by some tubing. And we have Thor, along with a couple couches, a table, and a little candy machine. Just around from the balcony, we have the tile-built Avengers A, which is from the 2020 Avengers Tower. This somewhat represents an airport control room, and we have many different computer screens in there, and this is where they control inbound and outbound enemies and flying vehicles such as Quinjets. On the top, we have 2 deployable drones. One's actually in use right now, and the other is getting ready to be launched, and this is from the 2015 Avengers Tower. There's still some trans blue elements in there, which represent screens, and that's just on the other side of those drones. And then up from there, we have our roof, which have a couple elements there, including a large reception tower and a couple other items there that help generate the power for the Avengers Tower. Like I said at the beginning of this video, there's definitely a lot of room for more custom details in the inside of the Avengers Tower. So let me know what you think by commenting below and put your suggestions down there so we can maybe bring those to life here in the near future as we continue to build. Spider-Man! Let's get this Avengers Tower placed in the LEGO City. You can also see that, there's no A on this side. That's because I don't have the parts and pieces to do this, but I do plan on replicating that on the other side as well, but I think I'm going to turn the A white. Now, one of the reasons I didn't make it 100% modular style, that meaning that all the floors come apart, is because it has that large glass window on the front that can be removed, and then you can access all of the floors. Also, I didn't make it modular style because it makes it very, very strong when you have all those studs holding each other in place. So you can see that I was able just to pick up the Avengers Tower as we place it here in the LEGO City, and I think this is where it's going to go for now, although it is quite weird to have it beside the Quickie Mart. Now, is it tall and does it look weird in the LEGO City? Yes, it sort of does, but let's keep in mind that we're going to be adding about 4 more floors to this hospital right here, making it 6 floors, and we're also going to be adding a taller building just in behind the hospital there. And also, when you look at it, the Avengers Tower is not much taller than the SIG Tower and also the Office Tower. So I think it's a perfect fit, although it might be shuffled around into a different arrangement here in the LEGO City because it doesn't really look that good beside the Quickie Mart. So that's my Avengers Tower. I took the design elements from both Avengers Towers, that's from 2015 and 2020, and sort of smashed them together with some of my parts from my own inventory here and made this giant building. I really like the look of it. I have to work on some of the interior details, but from visual perspective, oh man, you don't even really need interior details. Although I would like to add more details to this balcony here just so it fills it up, and the visual part that you can see when looking at the Lego city is nice and full. But yeah, I think it looks fantastic. Let me know what you guys think of the Avengers Tower by commenting below. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the near future. In particular, we're going to be working on a lot more mocks and also the Lego city. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.